Right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We have another VOD review today. We're talking Tank, Emma, Diamond 3. This is going to be live coaching. What are we working on today?
I feel like I need to work on my anchor tank, my positioning. I just feel like I need a general overview of what I need to work on. Because personally, this season, like I really started well during my placing game with Emma, where it felt amazing. I'd only lost one game, and I went to Diamond 1, and I played a few more, and I was on the cusp to go into GM, and then stopped playing for a few days, and I just can't. My Emma just doesn't feel as impressive anymore, or just not as good as it used to be, like compared to last season or my placement games, and now I just don't know what to do. And in this game, it feels like I had an obvious choice, and it took a while until my teammate pointed it out to where now I'm like, wow, I could have actually took that choice and I didn't. And now I think that has to do with my lack of experience as anchor tank. But yeah, I really wish
Gotcha.
I had the idea why I could have done better, how I could have at least led my team to get to that point and get past the choke point. But yeah, I just feel like I need a little bit more tips and understanding about that.
During the mission area.
Okay, perfect. Let's check it out.
A shame my students aren't here to witness this lesson.
So, full disclosure, we're actually duoed, or we're quad here. I think all 4 of these people are stacked. So, games where you're stacked with people are pretty significantly different from solo queue games.
Yeah, I find
Yo.
it fast.
What's up, Jeff? How's it going? Thanks for the follow. Yeah, it's different than solo queue, like pretty significantly. But we'll still just try to pick out stuff that we can learn. Don't like that. Okay. Okay. So our shield is gone, and we pop diamond form for survivability, right?
Yeah.
Why are we going back in though?
I personally wanted to grab the Punisher. I thought I could at least like get a pick off of it, but knowing to see the distance, I probably couldn't from there. I think I've been trying to use my diamond form as like at least get something out of it instead of just using it as like get out of jail free card to avoid like CC that like and stuff like that to add a little bit more value to it.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable charging into a shotgun Punisher?
Yeah, I do.
Is that a good thing?
It's not a good thing, but I'm not really like scared of like a shotgun Punisher in a way.
Okay.
I probably should like respect it a bit more, but it's like at certain points I'm like, depending on like the ranks where I'm not really gonna be like scared that I think they can hit their shot as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we need to give respect to shotgun Punisher interface for sure, especially because we have no shield. Nice. Nice attempt with the shield. Okay, I'm starting to notice some problems.
A nice deep
So, first of all, do you feel comfortable with your sensitivity, and have you been like practicing your mechanics, just raw mechanics with like tracking on Emma?
Yeah, I've been doing that a little bit more. I've been hopping in the training room, like practicing on like Lunas and stuff like that, trying to get my tracking a bit more. And my sensitivity is something I'm always trying to play around with. I tried going a bit higher, didn't like it. A little lower, didn't like it, and now it's at default. And I still feel like I could go a bit higher. I don't know.
Okay. So there's some indecision there with your DPI and everything. Do you have a mouse that you like and everything? Do you
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
like mechanical mouse or gaming mouse?
I think you have a gaming mouse, yeah.
Okay. So if you're like constantly switching your sensitivity, it can definitely cause some problems. I would try to just stick to one and get used to it. Whether it's high or low or it feels weird, just stick to one and stick with it. Because like swapping around, it's gonna cause problems. I feel like that's where a lot of this is coming from. Is like the next thing here is once you... How do I approach this? So we get 100 charge here. What are you thinking now? We get 100 charge. We push back their attack. Their Punisher was playing super aggressive and died, right? So what's your thought process?
My thought process now is like to just probably go in, try to get picked, try to stagger them a bit more, so that they're not able to group as a team. Now that-
Okay. Yeah, so this is something that like we need to start getting you to have like a killer instinct and recognize where you can start punishing enemy mistakes. Like, do you see something right here?
Mhm.
What do you see?
I see an invis that's probably not being protected right now. With,
Yeah.
with my 100% charge, I probably could have at least punished it more, and then I don't think I should need to worry about the Deadpool. I think that's a 3v1? Or yeah, 3v1 against a tank Deadpool. I think
Yeah,
they can handle that, and trying to focus on the invis would be doing better. Help my team
Yeah,
out
definitely.
instead of focusing on the rogue.
So I feel like we're having a problem like holding people back and holding spaces, Emma. Does that sound accurate to like your experience?
Yeah, I think so right now, currently, for this season.
Okay. So let's try to break it down this way. And you probably know some of this, so I apologize. So let's go all the way back to like the very beginning. Right here, we're in a pretty aggressive position, right? Why are we backing up?
I think it was due to low health at the time, because I was like noticing I'm at 250, 258 HP. I'm like, maybe I should probably play around a corner a bit more instead of trying to just feed all charge.
That's right. So we're low health, so we have to back up. Right? Now, it's not what I expected to happen back there. But basically, if your tank is low health, your tank backs up, right? So in these situations where you're having a hard time and you're getting it like pushed, run down, once you get 100 charge, if you want to make space, you don't shoot at the tanks anymore. You start shooting at the supports. Because if the supports are getting shot at, they have to back up. Because their health bar just is lower. So I'm pretty sure if you just ignore the Deadpool, ignore the Rogue, and start shooting at this Invis, she's going to back up. The Cloak is going to stop healing the Rogue. The Cloak is going to turn to heal the Invis. They're going to start playing Patty Cake and the Punisher, and then all of a sudden they're backing up, and then you've bought your team time. Okay? So I think all that's happening right now is we just have poor target priority, and that causes us to lose the space, which then the enemy team immediately takes advantage of. The Invis jumps in with a support ult.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds alright.
Well, what's wrong?
Hmm?
Everything okay, or does something not sit right? Okay.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh.
I think what happened there was like, because usually sometimes it does work and other times it doesn't, but like you can grab them through that little corner over there, but just this time.
Yeah. That's definitely a possibility. I don't value going for grab in diamond form at all. So honestly, I'd probably just remove that from your toolkit like entirely at this point. It's almost never the right thing is to go into diamond form and try to get a kill. Almost never. The next thing I noticed is like this whole fight, we haven't really turned around at all to just check. This is a really, really important point to check where your team is at. Because I feel like half the time when you play this game, your team is just going to be split here. Just because of the nature of like this point. So it's really important here to just turn around and like, okay, where is my team at? Okay, I have a mag squirrel here. I'm actually going to play over here and make sure my team plays with me.
Vehicle in its tracks.
I'm back, and now there's hellfire to pay.
Here, I don't mind going diamond form. I don't mind this at all.
Yeah, I think I was trying to get Deadpool off my sports over there. I'm like, at least find a way to get him off. And get him.
Yeah, I think this is fine. A little bit of execution, but I like the idea there. Now just die. We missed. No momentum. Get back.
There's still a chance to stop them.
Okay, if we're going for it. We're going for it. W key. Nice. Get the Moon Knight. W key. Nice. Get the rogue. So the reason I'm saying W key is when it's over, we need to be A, on point, and B, able to like start getting our charge back up. I feel like you're go ahead.
I think what stopped me from there was Punisher ult. I think was like, okay, now I. But then I think Vault ulted, so I was like, all right, maybe I can take space now.
That's fair. Luckily with Punisher ult, I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to tell because we have an invisible going on, but you definitely can stay around it. Also, because it's so close, I guess I value staying on the point and trying to die more than I do giving it up. But it's also just a weird dynamic of, you know, playing with a team. Because if somebody on your team yelled, like, give space, then you kind of have to.
A nice deep freeze.
Yeah, this is such a bad habit.
Won't be seeing you around, Susan.
You stop them in their tracks. My shields are down.
Did you have a point earlier where you were like really comfortable with your mouse and sensitivity or anything?
Yeah, I think is when I didn't change it. I think it was on the default. I think that's when I was really comfortable with it.
You just feel like you're not as comfortable as you should be.
Yeah, because I changed it earlier and I'm changing it back, and I think I'm now back on the default. I think I'm not too sure.
Okay. Yeah. We got to get that figured out. That's so important
They
as
hit a
Emma.
checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
It seems we have company.
Right now. Uh-oh.
Better stop that vehicle. Cosmic flame. Vortex field. Must look into. Now or never.
Okay, what do you think I'm going to say?
Too aggressive with the diamond form?
Yeah. What? It sounds like you're hesitant and like I feel like you still really value it, right?
There are times where I've gotten like won games off of it, but I'm starting to realize now that maybe I'm way too aggressive with the diamond form, because like it's still at the same time it's still like at an 18-minute cooldown to the point where like there are times where I've done that, got a pick, and then immediately died to a strange ult or died to a name ult or died to an ult that pretty much stuns, and then they cleaned up that right after.
Yeah.
Had I
Yeah.
had my diamond form, I could have avoided that.
There's a lot of problems with this. You touched on a couple of them. One of the other main problems is, and this is definitely going to stop working for this, is like, look at it from this Punisher's perspective. If this Punisher is decent at all, he just headshots you constantly because you're standing still in the middle of the open while you're doing it. You also have a Moon Knight who can just gun you down. Like, pretty much in higher elo, all four of these people, once you grab them, they're all just going to focus Emma.
Yeah.
And like,
I'm
so
noticing that oh yeah, go ahead.
go ahead.
I noticed that a lot in like Diamond 1, Diamond 2, a little bit higher in GM, where like it started happening a lot where it's like they just turned towards me and started focusing way more compared to my team.
Yeah. So because you're standing still. So first of all, it leaves you vulnerable while you're doing it, right? So if Rogue was around this corner, I wouldn't mind it as much, right? Because you're not putting yourself out in the open, and Rogue is more of a threat to your supports here. So there's that. Then there's everything you talked about where you're not going to have it now for Namor ult, Jeff ult, whatever. Granted, they don't have any CC ults right now, but it is something to keep in mind. Or you're also not going to have it for your get out of jail free, like, I need to get out and stop taking damage. And then the last thing, which I think is most important, most crucial to like your overall problem that we're seeing so far, is the whole time you're in diamond form, you're not getting charge.
Yeah.
And if you're not getting charge, you're just not as much of a threat. Nice. Respect it. Oh.
Anyone willing to help? Don't give them another inch, or else.
Yeah, this is really weird. Like, I've seen you play, and your aim is definitely better than this. Like, it's like something's wrong with your mouse pad, is what it looks like to me.
I guess so. I think I may just have to restore to defaults and then work my way back up again to really get like you know, refelt the settings in the game and then probably fix it again. Maybe it might start working. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd look into that. Also, if you haven't washed your mouse pad in a while, that could also help protect the bottom of your mouse, things like that. It's like a lot of the value of Emma just comes from her threat of her primary fire, getting it to 100. And if we're not hitting our shots like we should be, like I know that you can, oh, nice try, then we're just gonna get pushed over. We're not gonna get all the value. Alright, ult here. Just get a kill.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I don't think I ult here. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, yeah. I'd probably ult here just because it wins the fight. I don't mind that you didn't. But yeah, once again, like if we're confident in our aim, okay. So this is something that we really need to like internalize, is this distance. You want to, I think you make the right decision of like, I'm going to hunt down Invis because I can kill her. And you do a good job of that, but you also put yourself in danger. Whereas if you rotated over maybe to cover or stayed over here and still did that, or behind cover, and you really work with this full distance, and then we have our tracking down, we can still kill this Invis, or at the very least, like force her back, force out her shield and things like that, without like being in this distance. Like you're so used to being in diamond form distance that now that's what you're prioritizing.
Yeah.
You can't
Get the
be
kill,
rid of
though.
me so
Saving
easily,
grace.
I'm afraid.
You stop them in their tracks. Oh, yeah, finish!
Ult here for sure. Oh, never mind. Diamond form? Okay. Yeah, you have to. Nice. Good. Okay, find a corner. Nice. Good. Almost.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Okay, so both supports died. That happened. I like that we recognize the Moon Idol is going off. Get out. And we try to get a kill on the Deadpool. We miss him by like what, 25 health? I saw like 19. I saw 10. Dang. So at any point, if you did 10 extra damage, Deadpool dies here. And then we can clean up the rest, right?
Doing this or what?
So I think we really are just at that break point where like, if we figure out your mouse and then we adjust our target priority to the squishies, you're going to be so much more effective. And then of course, you know, stop with the aggressive diamond forms.
This queen's reign isn't over.
Us against the world.
I don't have to be center stage. See them? Right there. That one hurt.
Darn DPS.
I was fine.
Okay, there we go. I was just about to say.
30 seconds.
I definitely feel like I wasted it there. Trying to chase like enemies around like the cart instead of just focusing on the.
That's kind of the nature of Emma's ult. It's very directional, and like, if the map isn't in a good spot for it, it's not there. One thing you can do is plan ahead. So I would, you know, jump up here maybe, jump on top of the cart, stuff like that. I don't mind the timing of it, but it's difficult to get a lot of value out of Emma's ult. And it's also not an ult that like you really have to save for anything except for like Star-Lord. That's why it becomes that's why earlier I kept being like, oh, let's use our ult now, because as an Emma player I see like this would be a good opportunity, right? They don't have a
I think
Star Lord.
what's-
They don't have a Magic. Go ahead.
I think what's happening now is that I'm coming too conservative with my ults in a way where like I don't want to overcommit to where now we don't have anything for the next fight, and so I keep thinking maybe I should probably say my ult because what if one player does this and then now we don't have ults for the next fight, and so it's like it kind of feeds back into not having confidence enough to just just use all and stuff like that. I think that's happening with a lot of my other tanks too when I play, where I'm just holding on to the thing all even though it comes really fast. I just hold on it for two extremely long times.
Yeah. It sounds like you're just having like lack of confidence all over.
Yeah, last week I wasn't really feeling the best confident wise.
And that's just bleeding into everything.
Diamond and Snow!
Leave them to Khonshu!
Disappear! Final 10 seconds!
So, have you played any real like solo queue, or have you only been playing in like grouped up?
I've been playing solo queue. It was only until I joined your server where I really started doing like team play and everything like that. I think maybe earlier in my career I would play with my brother a little bit. We'd have quick play and then whatever. But solo queue has been what I've been playing the most. And yeah, a lot of solo tank games, a lot of tank games where it felt like I had to only focus on the front line, don't turn around, just try to take space as much as I can.
Yeah. I think we need to get you back in that mindset. I think playing with groups can be nice, but it introduces like a huge different dynamic of a lot of other things going on that you actually like kind of can control. Because if we're playing solo queue, it's like it doesn't matter what I say. Like the supports are gonna do what the supports are gonna do. My other tank's gonna go off and do their thing, right? So
Yeah.
when we're playing as a group, everybody's like trying to communicate and work with each other. I think what I want you to do is like really focus on your micro and your game, and then approach teams after that as far as like, okay, these are my tools, this is what I'm good at, this is what I'm going to do, and my team can work around that. Instead of I'm going to go help my team. I want my team to work around me. Does that make sense? It's like a completely different mindset.
Yeah. I get it, yeah.
Just does that not like resonate very well, or?
No, it does. It's just like the more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I definitely feel like because I was doing well before when it came to like solo queuing and everything like that. It felt like, well, all right, I'm by myself, and I was able to make decisions that were ultimately able to help my team. It's different compared to team play, where I now have to make calls. I have to give resources to my team. Who's in front? Who's in south? I still have to get used to that a bit more.
Yeah, it's completely different. Plus, with the change in your mouse and mechanics and things like that, I feel like that's just thrown your whole system out of whack. So we really want to like go back and really focus on like our own keyboard, our own controller. Let's focus on getting our aim down, hitting our shots, like cutting out bad habits, and like let the other people in the game like do their thing.
I will have my revenge for that.
Oh, nice. Way to use Diamond Form, make the most out of it. That happens. I can't believe you lived there and got a kill. That's wild.
Yeah.
If the Phoenix can fall,
Overtime.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
My war against the surface world will have to wait. For now.
I suppose that helped.
Oh, please.
I think this is the part where I really showed my lack of experience as anchor tank and I think team play in general. This
Okay.
point, yeah.
You think this whole what?
This whole stretch and this whole point, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Nice.
I think what I'm trying to do is like at least secure the space where I'm able to hold that and able to get my team to go through that little corner over there. So it's like we're not in the choke and then they don't have to deal with it. At the same time, I just didn't take it for some reason.
I think it's more like a lack of confidence. And like, again, when you're in a group situation, it's not like, well, I could just walk over there. It's like, does our team want to walk over there? If I walk over there, are they going to follow me? And like, we're just bringing in a lot of other factors. Right? I don't think just walking over here is a guaranteed win, but it's like an option you can take. It's an option I usually take. Go ahead.
I think it would be better instead of just running it down main, because like there are multiple options, and yet I just kept on defaulting it to main. Where I kept, oh, maybe go left. We could probably go on the other area, but I just kept running it down main.
Yeah. It's actually a psychological thing. Like when it comes to like group psychology, people are more likely to actually like do counterintuitive things if they're in a group and just to stick with the group. And in order to like break out of that, you have to really be like self-conscious and confident in your own ability and the things that you're doing.
Willing to help?
I think this whole time so far, we're throwing up our shield, we're throwing up our C because we're trying to like get aggressive and take space, but we're doing it way too early. Like we don't have our ult charge ready. We haven't used our crystal, right? Our team isn't fully ready. Like we're sacrificing the fundamentals for it. Go ahead.
I think that just has to do with me not turning around and realizing, oh, my team's not there, or not using visual cues enough to where like, oh, look in the sound chat and realizing, oh, my team's dead. I probably shouldn't try to take as much space as I can. Realizing that I'm down like maybe 5v6ing or 4v6ing instead of having a full team.
You can't be rid of me so. You can't be rid of me so easily, I'm afraid.
And our hell is dead. Okay. Nice. We turn around. Good. So what do you do in this? What should you do in this situation? Okay. So your hell is dead, and you have some time to kill. What do you think that I would do in this situation, or like a high level Emma?
Just take space, build charge, and off it, I guess.
Almost like I would just build the charge. I wouldn't worry about taking space. I'd literally just sit here and like pop the corner and just do damage until I get 100 charge. Because like you can't afford to take space. The only way you can take space is by being so much of a threat that if they don't back up, they're going to die and they have to give you the space. Like that's not really an option, so we just like wait. Instead we just like we try to force it over and over. So we gotta figure out like what is going on in your brain that is like inhibiting you from thinking. Good lord, that was a fat ult.
Yeah.
Wow.
The thing is, it's a good. I don't think it's a good ult per se, because like it's like I got everybody, but there's no follow up. There's nothing to really do with it. It's like it's like you got a good point where everyone could die, but I didn't do anything with it. It feels kind of a waste in a kind of way.
Yeah, it was. You're absolutely right. It was super fat. And if we waited a couple seconds for our Hela to be back, we waited like 15 seconds and did this exact same thing, then it would have been game changing and you guys get the point easily, right? So it's just about timing. And then that comes back again to like our priorities. If we're sitting over here and we know our hell is dead, all I'm going to do is I'm going to build up charge and I'm going to get ready. Now, once we're ready, then we make that exact same play and we do everything. Now, not only are we going to have a huge ult, but also once we're done with our ult, we're also going to have 100 charge and we can keep the pressure on after that. It just feels like there's this huge pressure on you that we need to like diagnose where it's coming from and like let it go and really focus on like the first couple steps. Make sure we're with our team, make sure we're building up primary charge, stuff like that.
I think it has to do with me like looking at the scoreboard a lot and realizing, oh, I die a lot. I'm not really committing. Like, I feel like that's where it comes from. I've been feeling currently because like even in my solo queue games, I'm looking at it where it feels like, oh, I'm not really committing anything. I'm not really contributing. Oh, I'm 11-6. I'm not compared to everyone who's like maybe like they only died once, maybe twice, and I'm like 12-6. I'm not really doing anything where compared to where I'm just dying a lot.
Yeah, that's a big trap. Like the whole scoreboard is, it's important to be able to get information from it, but most of the time it's just gonna lead you down bad paths. So I really just want to like pull your focus back to like the things that you can actually do. Just your primary charge, make sure your team's with you, and then push at the right times, and then cut out the bad things. Like all of those things are within your control and they apply in every situation. Whereas like scoreboard stuff, that's just dependent on all the stuff that's going on. Teamwork, that's also dependent on a ton of other things that are like way out of your control.
Yeah, of course.
So this is good news because we're gonna shift your focus back to the things that you can control immediately. Okay? I'm really sad about that ult. Like, those are the ults that you dream about as an Emma, and like it didn't amount to anything. Oh, yeah, now our hell is ulting. And now we just spiral out of control.
Only 60 seconds left.
Point where you Vault tells us to go left.
Yeah, yeah.
I was fine, but thank you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
A nice deep freeze.
Good grab. Good grab. Put a body block and push her into the corner. It's too late now, but that's alright. Yeah. And then who died first? Portal?
Oh.
We could have won that. Yeah, that took me out of the game for a good while.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are pretty down after this game. So, yeah. I really just want to bring us back to like focusing on our basic micro mechanics, right? Like making sure we get our primary charge and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whenever we do team play like this, it's like, I don't know, have you watched like football or chess or anything like that? Like any sports?
Been a part of teams like that, of course.
Okay. So if one person on the team has like a broken arm, would you like still put them in the same spot and expect them to do the same thing?
No, of course. So
Obviously not.
Yeah.
Right? A broken arm. So like you can kind of think about it in this way where it's like if I am not playing up to my full potential, then it doesn't matter how good my team is and how good we're playing together. So I need to start with me first and make sure my stuff is figured out and then combined with the team. Like we really just gotta like reconnect with are basics.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think that's what I've been feeling with a lot about.
Okay, so now that we've kind of identified that, what do you think? What should be our game plan? How do we like get back to you feeling confident with your primary fires and sturdy on your own?
I think fixing my mouse settings, of course, and I feel like using cover way more instead of dying a lot. I feel like if I'm noticing that I'm not dying a lot and I'm using cover way more, I feel like that would probably make me feel a bit more confident. Not looking at the scoreboard and realizing, oh well, how I'm 11 and 10. I can't be doing this. What am I doing? And like not holding my ults because I feel conscious about that. I feel like what's really been stopping me from really feeling confident is that I'm too like I keep being what's the word nervous about like overcommitting ults and being like, oh, you're the reason why our team is doing bad. You're doing this instead of like beforehand where I just really didn't care. Oh, I missed on all. All right, whatever. We'll get it back again next time.
Sure. I think the best way to go about like removing that social pressure is to just make a short list of things that you can like solely focus on. Because then it's like, oh, why are your deaths too high? It's like, well, I don't really care. I'm focusing on these like short couple of things, right?
Yeah.
And like really narrow the scope down. I'm gonna really only focus on like my aim for this game. I'm really only gonna focus on not using diamond form. And then next game, I'm really only gonna focus on like targeting squishies when I get to 100 charge. If we narrow that focus down, all the other stuff can start to fade away. And if it doesn't, then we gotta start worrying about like game mentality and how to overcome pressures of being on a team and letting people down and things like that. It's a completely different like step.
Yeah. Another thing, I think I asked it in my VOD request. What tank do you personally think I should learn?
So far you have Emma and Thing. Who else do you feel like comfortable with?
I've been learning Thor a bit more. I've been starting to touch Rogue, but not too much. Just having a little bit more brawl to my arsenal, but I definitely do feel like I need that. I rely too much on Emma and Thing more. Where there's times where situations where both tanks are not really gonna work, and compared to my other tanks with like Penny, Strange, I think I've been learning a bit also Groot, where they're just not as strong. And eventually, I'm not really able to contribute much because my tanks aren't that strong.
So maybe this will be a good exercise for you. We're coming at it from different mentalities. I pick my characters and my tanks not based on what I need to have in my rotation. I pick based on characters I enjoy playing. And so I think this will probably be a good exercise for you to get you out of that mindset of being solely for the team and helping all that stuff out. I want to get you more into the mindset of like, I'm having fun and I'm making plays and I'm doing things. So I would pick one of the tanks that you're just having the most fun with outside of it. It could be Cap, it could be Venom, it could be Thor, it could be Rogue. And I just go like, try to have fun and not worry about like the wins and losses. Like, I feel like we're really focused on like wins and losses and holding things up. And I think that's not going to be healthy.
Yeah, I feel like I've been doing that a lot, like trying to learn tanks and stuff like that, where I hadn't really, because the reason why I gravitated towards Thing in the first place, because it was fun. I was having fun when I first started playing the game, and then I picked up Emma because like, oh, there's times where you can't be a one trick, and I found Emma fun. It was really fun, and then I feel like after a while, I just didn't have fun in my tanks because, oh, I'm just not really contributing much, or they're not as strong, they're not as thing. I forgot to have fun with my tanks when I'm playing them a lot.
Yeah. I did the same exact thing, by the way. I played like, I didn't play tank even though I was a tank main, and then Thing came out and I was like, oh, this character's fun. And I just played Thing constantly, and then Emma came out and I was like, oh, this character's super fun. And then I got to the rank where like it just wasn't enough to have those two, and I was like, all right, well, what's the next fun character I could learn? And then for me, it was Hulk. I went and learned like a bunch of the combos and things, and my rank really suffered, but I was just having fun again. And I think that's a much healthier way to think about it, because if you're having fun, you're learning the characters in a way more natural way, and then you can come back and be like, okay, now that I'm part of a team, I have these characters that I enjoy and I know do different things. And then you present those as like tools to the team, and then the team is like, all right, in this situation, we need this tool. And you pull it out, and like, it's a way more healthy thing. If you go the other route and you're like, well, my team kind of needs a mag, so I guess I'll learn mag, like, you're just going to burn yourself out. You're not going to have fun. You're not going to play well. Things like that.
Yeah, that's why I stopped playing Magneto, because I was like, I just wasn't having fun because I didn't get any value. I was too analytical about it until where like I was like, no, I don't want to play him. I just can't have fun with him. Not to say there was some fun parts about it, but it was just like I felt like I was doing it because my team needed a mag instead of me wanting to play him.
Right. Yeah, and we want to avoid that for sure. We want to, because then you're just telling people to like play suboptimal things, and like it's not good. So yeah, that's definitely how I would think about it. Now, if you want to like learn specific tanks, I can tell you I really have fun on Hulk. I really have fun on personally, I think you would have fun on a dive tank. I think especially after being kind of restricted to Thing and Emma, having like a ton of mobility on like a Venom, a Cap, a Hulk, something like that would probably do well for you. Maybe even Angela. Angela's like broken.
We have like
But
a dive tank per se, but I try one out. I think I used to play Cap a little bit, just after them up.
Cap takes a long time, but if as long as you're having fun, like you'll get better with the characters.
I find majority of having to pull back and like let my elo suffer for it. I feel like I have to do that a bit more. It's really happens where I can play them.
Your mic's cutting in and out a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like I should probably pull back my elo a bit more to have fun with like the characters that I want to play and want to learn, and like, not really caring about that.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good place to start.
I went to gym and I'm happy with that. I'm not. Eventually, I want to go to Celestial, but if I have characters with different arsenals, I feel like I can achieve that way more. So instead, probably have fun while playing with my characters.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. It also just depends like what you want from the game.
There's gonna be a fight.
Yeah, I think that's a good start. I think we can work on like our micro of Emma and like really focusing on getting the primary charge out, and then at the same time like maybe pick up a dive tank for fun in like quick play or maybe even comp, and just try to relax a bit more, enjoy the game, and I think that will take care of a lot of your problems.
Yeah.
Stick around.
Yeah, I think
So
that's everything. I put in my VOD, yeah.
awesome. Well, thank you so much for submitting it. Good luck. I'll be around for more games.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one, Charizard. See you next time.
Later.
Right. That's it for that VOD review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. God bless. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.